Alright, so this is the vicinity of that new showing that we located a few weeks ago. It's up in there in the trench. What we're doing now is we're heading to the front side of the mountain and gonna work our way around a bunch of fallen trees and go do a little prospecting on the other side of the mountain. So, just for a reference point, you can see over there, you have a bit of a quarry right there. The other side of that quarry, there's another one, which is where that quartz vein is you saw in the last video or a couple of videos ago. 1 meter wide quartz vein. So we are way up here trying to locate some new stuff. Seeing lots of promising rock types, which often host deposits in this area. Lots of exposed outcrop up there. Decent rock already we're seeing, so let's see what we find today. Okay, so we're just gotta go this way, but we just saw a bear here, so we're kind of trying not to surprise it and get eaten at the same time. So if we make it back to where we need to go, we'll see you there. Okay, you can see sulfides in the rock on the road. This is a schistose rock. Still trying to keep an eye out for the bear while we keep an eye out for potential exposures. A couple pieces of quartz with minor amounts of pyrite mineralization. Just random grab sample. Got more coarse grained pyrite. And you have fine grained pyrite mineralizing your host rock. A couple more grab samples. You can see fine grained pyrite and chalcopyrite. Another piece right here. A little bit of chalcopyrite with malachite. You can see where there was a quartz vein or a piece of quartz in contact with this. Small couple little quartz veins here. Don't appear to be mineralized. So we have exposed bedrock on the edge of this road here. You can see oxidization, little blebs of oxidization, and there's minor amounts of sulfides where the patches of oxidization are. And your rock, we took a chip sample off over there, and this is what it looks like. You have mineralization in the form of pyrite, chalcopyrite, found as disseminations. It looks like there's going to be some copper in this, but it's not a definite deposit, but it definitely means we're close to something. So we kept getting run out by the bear, seeing him in multiple spots, so we decided to be safe and hightail it out of there. So we're back here at the quarry, and what we want to do is to properly get some samples from up along here and expose and check the quartz vein a little bit further, which continues from down here all the way up there. Okay, so just a grab sample from below your oxidized rock there, mineralized rock. Here's the sample. Heavily pyritized. So that's one of our samples here. We're going to keep looking around, see what we find. So I made it up, and it looks like a lot of the vein has been blasted off. You can see little bits of it on the wall here. There's more exposed there. There's tons of pieces in here that have loads of quartz on them. I'm not seeing any mineralization in these pieces here. We'll hammer a few open and see. Hammered a bunch of these loose pieces open. Not much of anything in it. You can see barren as can be. There are sporadic patches of oxidization where there is mineral. You can see a little bit of green in there. That's your malachite staining. A couple small little quartz crystals in there actually. You can see more blue from your copper oxidizing. But all in all, I think this is pretty barren up here. Seems like your mineralization is down below in that portion of the vein. You got some copper staining, a little bit of chalcopyrite in there. Not a whole lot of mineral. Maybe some pyrrhotite and iron pyrite as well. You can see little bits here and there. We'll pull off a bit more. So this rock right here, this is called hornblende shonkinite, and you have your quartz veins which are interwoven between a slight layer of argillitic schist, and that is where you find small little stringers of quartz going all throughout. You can see just interwoven. So we found a decent sample here with some decent mineral. So we're gonna hammer a bit more of this off and see that you got primarily chalcopyrite. This is actually mineralizing your host rock more than it is the quartz. Got a bit more sulfides in there. So we got more samples here that we pulled off. This is primarily chalcopyrite with little bits of pyrite. So there's actually quite a bit of mineral still in there. It's just so sporadic. It's like a stockwork type deposit almost. So we're gonna bag this sample and keep going on. So we took a sample over about 4 meters. And here is the sample, all the pieces. Most of this is chalcopyrite. all this along here, you got your malachite staining. Then you have little tiny amounts of disseminated pyrite throughout, chalcopyrite over here. Little bits of pyrrhotite in there. So all around a decent looking sample. We got bedrock exposed along here. Typical piece here, bedrock, mineralized with iron pyrite. I'd say about 25–30% of your rock is mineral. So there's my truck down there. I'm right on the edge of the quarry. What we want to do is try and find any signs of that quartz vein up here. A lot of overburden and lots of moss, so maybe difficult. So right about here you have the contact between your oxidized rock on this side, and on this side you have your hornblende shonkinite, and there's an obvious difference in surface samples all over the place. You can see loads of oxidization all throughout these pieces. So you can see sulfides. So here's the other side of the quarry, mineralized area. There's the quartz vein down there, continues up there. For a reference point at the beginning of this video, we were actually way over there, kind of in that freshly logged area. Okay, so we found 2 surface grab samples. You can see just loaded with coarse grained pyrite. So that's the first sample. Our second sample I just noticed right here. Again, loaded with pyrite mineralization. All these rocks here, they're all loaded with iron pyrite filling fractures. You can see all these little fractures right here all throughout the rock, and occasionally you'll find a nice bigger bleb such as this. So lots of tiny micro sulfide veins. And then you have the occasional patch right there. Right there, it was just a big patch of sulfides. Got more there. Got a small sulfide vein running through there. So there's quite a few spots again up there where there's decent mineral. So I'm down at the bottom of the quarry again. My prospecting partner's up there. Little tiny man. You can see this little thing right here. Right there. There is 2 nodules or 2 sort of veins of almost pure solid sulfides. Really hard to get up there. Don't know how we're going to do it. My prospecting partner seems to think if he throws rocks at it, we can get a couple pieces to fall off. So we'll see what he can come up with. Okay, so that's all for today. We have been prospecting since 9 in the morning, and it's now about 9:10 p.m. So we're going to finish for the day. Hope everyone enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, Patreon, links will be in the description. Thanks everyone for your support, and thanks for watching our videos. We'll see you guys in the next one.